Wagwan Nappy Boos. Welcome to the Big Sister Empath Podcast. A podcast for young empaths where we dive deeper into our feelings and receive big sisterly advice from real life experiences of seasoned global empaths to guide us on our journey to embodying the best versions of ourselves. Think of this space as a sanctuary for your deepest, most sacred thoughts and feelings. Think of this space as a raw, wide expanse of greenery where we cultivate and selectively choose to indulge in thoughts of well-being, and we speak about anything and everything that has to do with our becoming, our awakening, the evolution of our human consciousness that will bring about our highest good. I am your host, Essay of Nappy Essay Wellness, and I will be leading these conversations from my vast worldview experiences and from innate, deep spiritual refinement and understanding with the help of the Holy Spirit who lives inside of me, the one from whose breath I borrow. I am nothing but a vessel to spread the message of love, of inner peace and healing. I am so grateful and blessed to finally be at this juncture with you. This space has been a long time coming, and finally we are here. First, I would like to properly introduce myself to all of the Nappy Boos that will come across this podcast for the first time ever. To those who this sanctuary will be their first point of entry into the Nappyverse, you are highly welcome. My names are Essay Julia Otobo, and I am love. I am human. I am consciousness in the third dimension and beyond. In this third dimension, I often will introduce myself as a model, artist, and founder. I founded Nappy Essay Wellness, the holistic social wellness lifestyle company, helping global empaths and highly sensitive people elevate their mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual well-being. This company was founded in 2019 and officially registered in 2020. We have been in operations up until the present, helping empaths like you feel better through services like guided yoga, guided meditation, massage therapy, community cultural healing experiences like Nkor Festival, healing music, or like I like to say, medicine music from myself and the community, travel and cultural wellness retreat experiences to nature-themed environments where we connect to the earth and realign our body, mind, and soul. So that's just a short introduction of my earthly persona and what I offer to the community. There is so much more where that came from, and if you're curious and would like to know more, you can go ahead and visit nappyessay.com. That's nappyesse.com. Let's move on to why I started this podcast and what my intentions are with this space. I had been meaning to start the BSE podcast since December of 2023, and I put it on my New Year's resolution list for a couple of years before it finally birthed and manifested itself physically at the first edition of Nkor Festival, one of the curated community arts, culture, and wellness experiences that Nappy Essay offers. I am sure for those of us that attended the festival, we all enjoyed the first communal conversations as well as the replay from that gorgeous experience in the episode 1 of the BSE podcast. I have created this vibrational sanctuary to release the energy that sits in my third eye and to share my unique experience and perspective from 32 years living in the third dimension. I have created this podcast to share my wealth of knowledge of what my healing journey has been in the remembrance of my spirit being. Because I think that doing so in this direct manner is plain, explicit, and readily digestible for a lot of young empaths out there who are trying so hard to figure out what life is all about and are stumbling their way through the chaos that exists on planet Earth. Just like I was at your age. I was going at it mostly alone, I might add, and I'm sure many of you can relate to that. Back then, we didn't have podcasts, but we had books and favorite authors. Thank God for books. And so by reason of this sanctuary, we can find communion with one another. I can learn more about myself, my journey, my purpose, and you can learn from my past mistakes and avoid them if you please, or you can make your own mistakes. My intentions for this space is to express freely in truth, freedom, and authenticity, as these are the values that I hold dear to me. To talk about anything and everything, really, and to finally shed some light for young empaths on sustainable living and holistic well-being. Who is this podcast for? This podcast is for you. If you've ever felt deep down inside like Earth is not your home and you're simply passing through time, this podcast is for you. If you've ever felt different, isolated, felt like you don't fit in or belong anywhere, this podcast is for you. If you are the infamous black sheep of the family, this podcast is for you. If you've ever suffered from depression, experienced anxiety, or burnout, this podcast is for empaths, artists, creatives, deep thinkers and feelers, lovers, introverts, ambiverts, and humans of all races, gender, and ages. What to expect from this podcast? Expect deep conversations on well-being, healing, consciousness, humanity, travel, entrepreneurship, relationships, family dynamics, friendship, music, spirituality, and just general life topics. Like I said, anything and everything. That being said, the Big Sister Empath Podcast episodes drops when spirit says it's time. Not by schedule, but by intention. And on that note, I will end episode 2 of the Big Sister Empath Podcast. Thank you for listening, and catch you on the next episode. Until then, stay nappy. Okay, bye-bye. I love you.